front of me and stepped into the mist. That would have been more healthy, but I sprayed on the right, got it in my nervous system. It lies dormant for 40 years, and then right when the stress came out, then that's when it just collapsed the right side of my face. You people who work, the coroner or not, good luck. I don't know what's going to happen to you. Right, that's the thing. Younger people have always loved older people, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure that there was some kid in the, I don't know, 1800s who had a cup and a string and a ball, and that kid was minding his own business, trying to catch the ball in the cup, right? And they're like, oh, this game's awesome. And then some dick from the 1700s walks by. We never had the cup and string when I was that age. Their faces in the cup and ball string game the whole day. They're not even paying attention. Back in my day, we were looking out for pterodactyls. Kids today don't even know how to throw spears at dinosaurs. But here's the deal, though. If you are younger, if you are in your 20s or 30s, pay attention to what older people are complaining about, because you will grow into that exact problem, right? Believe it or not, at 20 years old, I was where you were 20-some years ago. So, listen, I'm 28. There's no way I'm smarter than you. There's no way that I even think that I'm smarter than you. I will make the case that I've seen more of the series than you have. I will make the case that I'm 20 seasons ahead of you. So I have some spoilers for you. It doesn't mean I'm smarter than you. I can give you some of the plot lines that you'll see as you get older. Oh boy, where do I start? One of the episodes, you're going to learn what a no-fault 50-50 state is. That'll be an expensive episode. Yeah, and then there'll be another episode where all those condoms in your pocket will turn to Tums. That's when you realize I've got a better chance of getting a stomachache than getting laid, don't I? Okay. I'll adjust. There'll be the episode where you learn about your bladder. Right? You guys in your early 20s, you don't even know you had a bladder. Right? Because you don't make decisions based upon your bladder's capabilities. Your first thought, if you got to drive any decent amount of distance, won't be, how many times am I going to have to stop to pee? You will one day change your airline preference to aisle, and then you'll pull out the seating chart, and then you'll look and see, where's my seat in proportion to the bathroom? Because you don't want to sit in row 9 or 10, because here's what happens. When the drink cart gets to row 11, and you got to pee, you got to wait to row 30. That's a long way. So what you learn is you get row 20, and that way, as the drink cart's coming, you can use the cart to block other people, and you can run to the bathroom and use the cart to cut off the lifeline for the rest of the cabin, and then jump back into your seat right before the cart comes, like the first Indiana Jones movie with the big ball, right? To have my 20-something-year-old bladder back, are you kidding me? You don't even know. Right? You guys, if you're, in your early 20s as a fella, if you're downtown, maybe take a leak behind the dumpster, right? You can stop, you think you see a cop. You have the ability to shut down the stream, reholster it, completely dry. Completely dry. You can be like, hey guys, I got for a corner stream, reholster it completely dry. And I've said completely dry a couple times to make the point. Let's jump to season 48. We're going to skip a lot of seasons. Let's jump to season 48. Now it's season 48, I'm no longer a kid. I don't pee in alleys behind dumpsters. That's what kids do, okay? Now I'm a respected man. Now I'm peeing on a golf course like a gentleman. Okay. But what can happen is you're going to start to pee, and as you're peeing, you're going to see the next group coming, and then that's when you're going to have a weapons malfunction. That's when everything's going to crap out on you. And you're going to forget all your training. There's a reason why we drill over and over again. That way we get that in our muscle memory. So that you got to put the rounds in. That way you just know, right? You just practice. So that way you go. But you're going to forget all your training when it's a dry fire drill. Fellas, I'll speak to you. Let's go over some quick training tips. Always point it down range. Always know where it's pointed at. Never point it at anything you don't want it to hit. Very important. Second biggest rule, always assume it's loaded. Always assume it's loaded. Always click before putting it away. Click. If you're going to hand it to somebody else, have them go clear, clear. Again, whether you're handing it to, assume it's loaded. Clear, clear, clear. Get off the X. Don't be in the line of fire. But you're going to forget all that and you're going to dump it. You're going to dump it back in your pants. And that's when you're going to misfire and have a big $50 piss spot right on your back. $50 piss spot on your dumb khaki golf shorts. Then you get to have this conversation if you're married with your wife when your wife goes, "You piss your pants?" And you're like, "What? Are you talking about my underwear?" "Yeah, you just have a lot of pee on your underwear. It's gross." Like, can we not talk about the real pee? "Yeah, but no, but your underwear's gross." "Okay, that's fine, but you know what? There's times I've walked by your underwear. I've had questions. How deep in this conversation you want to go? Because there's the times I've walked by your underwear and I've just... And I didn't say anything because I figured, I'm sure she's aware of the situation. It's probably not her first rodeo. I'm sure there's an essential oil for that. I'm probably just going to go about my life. Another episode, I like to call it, I don't know, the bread episode or the eating episode. At 20-something, at 30-something, you can look down food and it really doesn't affect you, whatever food it is you're eating. I remember when I was in my early 20s, I used to live in Chicago. I remember walking out of a bar at, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, right, trying to find a car. And this was back when it was okay to drive drunk. Nobody had a problem with it. Right? If you just found a street vendor selling hot dogs, if you just ate a hot dog, you would totally sober up. Hot dogs were made different back then. For every 4 shots, 1 hot dog, sober. Right? So, and I remember like walking and getting a street vendor hot dog, and booking it down, but I don't remember ever buying any water or anything to drink to wash down all the bread that I just ate. I don't remember doing that. Okay, so season 48, I was at Popeye's Chicken. I grabbed a pinch full of biscuit. That's key. I didn't go full biscuit him up. I grabbed a pinch of biscuit, tossed it into my mouth. It got right about here. And then I just went, all right, this is how I die. Okay. I'm probably not going to text my brother to see if I'm choking. So, I'm like, but this is weird. I'm not choking, but the bread isn't going anywhere. Like, is this what a snake feels like when it eats a mouse? Because this would be horrible. I would be a vegetarian if I was a snake, just because this is a pain in the ass. Like, did I swallow, it was like a crouton-sized piece of bread. Did I swallow one of those dinosaur pills that when it gets wet, it expands into a sponge? Right? Or, if, like, every, like a nacho or potato chip, and then you swallow it, and then as it's going down, you're like, I think it's slicing my entire body. I'm like, that edge of that nacho was so sharp. There is no way I'm not bleeding right now. There is no way I'm not. I actually am not kidding you. I had to look that up once. I literally, it hurt so bad. I'm like, okay, so when it gets to my heart, is that when it stabs me? Like, I literally went to WebMD, right? And I went, can you bleed out from a Dorito? And I need medical information pretty fast, okay? Don't judge me about where I get it from, right? So can you bleed out from a Dorito? And before the website gave me any type of medical information, this box pops up with this picture, and the box just said, are you a robot? And I'm like, no, you're not a robot. You're bleeding out from a Dorito. And just, like, I don't know. I just don't know if you're not a robot. Okay, if you're not a robot, then click on the picture of all the trucks. And then I'll know you're not a robot. And then, okay, I never passed that test my first try in the history of my life. So I already have test anxiety going into this, okay? And then second, I don't know what country those pictures are taken from. But I get confused. They're like, click on the storefront. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe this is a third world country and they use, like, I don't know. I don't know. That could be a house. I don't know where. Click on the crosswalks. There's not a straight line. That's all that weird, like, it's all zigzaggy. I don't know what that is. Well, click on the truck. I don't see a truck. I see a vehicle with one front tire. That's not a truck. I'm not giving up my belief system to prove shit to you. Show me an F-150, I'll start clicking on things. But you know what? I don't see a truck. Give me another picture. Okay. Just click on the motorcycle then. I see a scooter. That's the question. I don't see anything that will need a motorcycle license. You know what? I identify as a robot. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to judge me? I identify as a robot. Matter of fact, computer, you're a robot. Quit being a self-hating robot. What else? There's also this episode, and I am jealous. Keep in mind, a lot of the things that I say, I am jealous of you if you're younger. Here's what I'm jealous of. I am jealous that you might even have plans to do something after this show. Okay? And here's the thing about life. Sometimes in life, we are so not in the present. Sometimes in life, you're so worried about point B or C that you forget the journey from A to B. The journey getting to where you're going is where all the life actually happens. So, all right, you will age out of whatever's going on in your life now, you're going to age out of it. And some of us need a little bit of help in certain situations. Some of us, I wish it was either an app or a wallet, or maybe kept something in your purse where it had a scenario guide, and you can match your age with the scenario, and it just tells you if you should do it, yes or no, right? Some people, 37, should I tell people how many shots I've done? No, right? I'm 55, should I cry like a baby when a phone gets taken away from me at a comedy show so I pay attention? No. Everybody gets their sippy cups back in about 20 minutes. Relax. So, right, so you all age out of stuff, and you're going to age out of that. So if you're younger and you have plans to do something later, when you're out tonight, just take a moment and enjoy being out with friends. Look at the time and go, boy, it is late. I'm having a good time. I got a buzz on because life will unfold. Time takes away everything. And one day you're going to wake up and go, I don't need to be up past 10 for any reason. Right? As a comic, I usually do shows 8 and 10:30. I got to say, shortly after this, I'm going to start doing 2 and 4s. So get on that mailing list if you would like to go. We'll get this done. Drop your kids off at soccer, whip to my show, pick them up. I think that should be my business model, right? Mommy, Daddy, we'll be right back. We're running the store. Just come here, hang out, have a drink, go back, pick them up. And now if you're younger, though, you're thinking, well, I don't want to get older, John, if you don't do anything after 10, how do you have a good time in life? Okay, here's a little secret in life. Okay, this was in one of the episodes, but you got to kind of, so I'll just tell you what it is. Here's why older people still have an awesome time in life, even though they go to bed before 10 o'clock. You can do 3 a.m. shit at noon. Any trouble you younger people try to find at night can be found during the day. You don't need to be in trouble and tired. Right, you're always going to party, but eventually you're going to get your drugs from your doctor. And you're going to go from wanting to stay up all week and then going, yo, you got anything that has just knocked me out? I just want to be done. Can I have that pill you gave me last time? I don't want to be dead, but I don't want to be alive. So, I just want my whole body to feel like the right side of my face. That's all. I just want that. I would take a sleeping pill every night just because I was too lazy to fall asleep. That's the point of life that I just hit, where just falling asleep is too much work. And I just don't have it in me, right? Now, if you're younger, you don't even understand this, right? If you're in your 20s, you fall asleep when your body just shuts down, right? You pass out. You don't really fall asleep. Well, there's a time when you get a little bit older, you start doing some backwards math, and you go, I need to be in bed in 5 hours. I should probably start getting ready for bed now. I'm going to start the wind down process. I'm going to be in bed in about 5 hours. I should just put my sleeping pants on right now. See? That way, I'm just ahead of the game. And if I'm going to be in bed in 5 hours, I should just lay on the couch, because what am I going to get done in 4 hours anyway? So I'll just lay on the couch, and I'll wind down so I can go to bed restful. Right? But I would have to stop taking, if my sleeping pills, one, I would lose my memory on them. Like, it's just, they're not, like, I would lose my memory. There were times where I would forget if I took them. I would literally go, I should take a sleeping pill so I get to bed, and then I'll mess around on my computer, and about 20 minutes into the computer messing around time, I'm not a robot. I'm not a robot. And then, about 20 minutes after that, I have to ask myself, did I take the sleeping pill? I don't even remember I know I thought about it, but I don't know if I took it. And then I start playing CSI and trying to figure out, okay, let's see, I was sitting here, I think I was here for a while, somebody brought me a bottle of wine. I don't know who got me that, but I've been drinking the wine. I made some grilled cheese sandwiches. I think I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the Instapot. I hope that turns out. I don't know if I took the Ambien. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take one more sleeping pill just in case. And then I should chase it with NyQuil just in case it's a placebo. And then I would start buying stuff online and actually eating. The amount of food I ate on sleeping pills was insane. And the mess I was even worse. I would shovel cereal in my mouth like this, and then at some point I thought it was feeding. Right? I'm feeding pigeons. I'm salting steps. I'm fertilizing stuff. I'm throwing confetti. We just won the war. I don't know what I'm doing, right? And then, and this is the case. Like, then I started buying things online, right? Like just random stuff, like from Amazon Prime that I didn't remember. And we all do that. You all come home, maybe you're drinking a little, and you start making purchases you don't need. And here's the deal. That's when you should get some protection. Amazon should know you put anything in your cart at 2:30 a.m., something's up, right? That's when a box should pop up that just goes, are you drunk? No, I'm not drunk. Just, I don't know. Just tell me if you're drunk or not. Okay, and then it shows a picture of a cupcake, and if you touch the screen, yeah, you just tried to eat the fake cupcake. You're done. We're shutting you down. You can only buy stuff from 10 to 3 from now on. That's the new rule. And I gotta tell you, late night purchases, I bought a lot of really cool things, and I've never returned anything. So whatever subconscious I have that gets a little loosey-goosey, I buy some good stuff. Here's some things that I bought. One time, I got a hoodie that holds a cat. Maybe the greatest purchase I've ever made in my entire life. It's just literally, it's a hoodie. You can put your cat there if you have a cat. Or if you don't have a cat, it's a big pocket. I keep everything in that pocket. I have TV remotes in there. I got the side gate key. I got a garage door clicker. I got a power bar, some water, Kevlar shoelaces, some reading glasses, a PlayStation controller. It's kind of like my bug out hoodie. I could run into the woods and probably live off of what's in that pocket for about like a day and a half. And I'm lucky I didn't do other stuff. Like I became an ordained minister on a sleeping pill once. But there's other things. I watch so much TV, and there's so many infomercials. I'm just lucky they didn't catch me at a low point. And I just heard her knock on the door, and I open it, and there's two moving guys standing there with that bathtub with the door on it. And I'm like, oh man, I pulled the trigger on that thing. I do not remember that night. It's probably the same night I got qualified for a reverse mortgage. Well, you're here. I got extra cash. Hook it up. Now listen, if you're in your 20s, you probably don't know what the bathtub with the door on it is. Because they don't play that commercial on your channels. But basically, once you get older, stepping over anything becomes a huge pain in the ass. So you're not going to step over your bathroom. So that's why the bathtub